Hello, welcome to another video. This is going to be a little vlog because I am a vlogger. I do YouTube still. If you don't know who I am, I'm known as Amanda here on the internet, and I'm an artist, I think. And I usually do YouTube videos, but I stopped for a while. I was away. So I do want to maybe update on the reasons why I was away, but not go too much in depth with it. But I am thinking about making videos relating to that whole situation on my other channel, so if you want to go and check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. But if you want the low rundown, then stay tuned now. If not, I'll put a timestamp somewhere where I stop spraffing about it. Should we get comfortable? Because, and also, why do I not look focused, or is it because my glasses are dirty? The lighting seems better in here, so I'll stand in here for a minute. I don't know if you know, but I kind of had a little break. Well, it was a long break. I feel like I had a whole year off, even though I did post some videos. I don't think I posted nearly as much as I usually do, or I wanted to. So I don't know why I'm holding my hand up like this. I'm like talking to you like this. Anyway, I haven't vlogged in a while, so this is probably going to be a little bit weird. But I had a job, as some of you know. I worked in the gym. My brother is the manager there, and I worked as a cleaner in the gym for a year from June to August. June 2021 to August 2022. Just a little over a year. And I left that job, or technically I got made redundant, but like I wasn't there long enough for it to be a proper redundancy. Anyway, because they changed the hours and they wanted me to pick certain hours. We couldn't come to an agreement between the cleaners for the hours that everybody wanted, and it was between me, who had been there for a year, and V, who had been there for several years and who was a lot more like accessible. Like, she would do overtime and she could do the hours that were provided, whereas I couldn't, because at the time Matthew was working away and I couldn't work night shift. Anyway, so I left that job and I decided that I was going to stick into doing CC and YouTube and all that stuff. But something happened. I don't know what happened, but I just got really, I wouldn't say depressed. I just didn't want to do anything that I enjoyed, which I know is depression, but it wasn't as extreme as depression. There was a couple of things, a couple of factors that were playing onto that, and that made me feel like that I had to sort out before I could come back to YouTube. One of them was that I was so tired and lethargic all the time. I didn't have any energy, and I wasn't eating properly, and I also was doing CC most of the time during the week. So anytime I had CC, I couldn't film, I couldn't vlog, I couldn't do anything else. I had to do that CC, and it would take quite a while. And I'm still doing CC right now, but technically not. I'm on a break because unfortunately Rin has had some health issues, and she hasn't been posting videos as much as she was before, so I don't have to do the CC, which is unfortunate because obviously that means that she's ill and it's not good. But it also means that I have a little bit of spare time but no extra money coming in. So I have been looking for other jobs as well, and Matt's mum came up for a little bit twice during those breaks. We've been trying to save as much money as possible, saving for a house. Also, I just didn't feel myself, I didn't feel good. When I seen myself on camera, I was really, really embarrassed about my weight and how I looked. I cut my hair all off, which was a bad idea because I basically shouldn't have done that. But it's growing again now, so that's good. There was a lot of things. And then I was talking to one of the other mums at school. I was talking to her, and she noticed some symptoms that I had to do with a syndrome called PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, or ovary syndrome. I think it's called ovary syndrome, but ovarian sounds better. I went to the doctor, got tests, came back positive. I do have this syndrome thing, and like I said, if you want to hear more about this and my journey and experience with that, I guess I will make videos about it. But yeah, so I was diagnosed with that, And then I went on a strict diet, like a complete do not eat sugar, gluten, dairy, anything like that. So it was basically just vegetables and fish and chicken and fruit for a week and a half, and then gradually started adding in more things like rice, brown rice and sweet potato and sugar gradually back into my diet, which I have to keep on the down low, blah blah. There's a whole process that I will not go into, but that happened, and then I've been going to the gym every single day ever since. So that was 4 weeks ago that I was diagnosed with this, but basically the whole year has just been, the whole of 2022 was just a mishmash of things happening, and I didn't really do anything that I wanted to do. I barely have any art to show for it. I didn't fill up as many sketchbooks as I usually do. I just didn't do that much art. So I have been just, trying to figure out how to do stuff, and I've put together this whole elaborate table of content of things that I want to do for the art channel, of things that I want to start doing for like shorts and TikToks, and for art projects, and for my shop, which by the way, my shop has been open the whole time, and I have been getting orders here and there, like 1 or 2, 3, sometimes even 4 or 5 a month. I also tried to film a couple of vlogs in between that time that I just scrapped because I didn't either like what I was talking about, I didn't like how blabbery it was, I didn't like the way I looked, something that just made me not want to post it. So there is a couple of things that you've missed throughout the year, but to be honest, I just want to start fresh. I want to start clean. I want to just make videos again. And also another thing, before I move on from this, another thing that I have been doing is spending more time with my family, for one, and spending more time on myself, my health, and my house. So that's the thing that I didn't mention, was my house. I have been decluttering my house like nobody's business. Like 80% of my stuff is gone. I wish I filmed it so that I could like vlog the experience and put it up and maybe help other people, because this decluttering process has completely changed my mindset and my life. Like, it's not even funny. I haven't even finished doing it. There's still some stuff that I want to do. I am excited to like keep doing that process, and it has been such a good thing for me, doing all these things, the break, looking at my health, making sure that I go to the doctor or phone the doctor, at least phone the doctor when I think something's wrong, and getting myself checked out and stuff. I will tell you what I've been up to recently as well. I don't know if you know, but I'm an artist. Did you know? That's my desk right now, because I have been filming partly what you just saw then in the video, but I've been going through all of my brushes, all of my pencils, all of my art supplies basically. In fact, I'll show you. I've been going through all my sketchbooks, everything that I had on these shelves. Oh my god, I was looking for that. Yes. Everything on my little cart here. I've been going through everything, and I have been decluttering it. And I actually have this box in here that has acrylic paint, it has inks in it, it has polychromos pencils, markers, paint pens, clay stuff, just loads of art stuff that I don't use and haven't been using. One of the reasons I haven't used them in a year though is because I haven't been doing any art, but I thought I would put them in here. I've also got a pot of Stabilo pens up there too, and stapler pens. The reason I haven't been using them is because I haven't been doing art, but I thought that if I put them in this box, in this cupboard, and if I don't use them in another 6 to 8 months, then I'm going to get rid of them, give them away to other people that will use them. But I'm hoping to do a lot more art that I will actually get through these supplies. Like, my goal this year is to just use as much art supplies as possible, get rid of those art supplies, whether that's using them or giving them away. And obviously that means a lot of experimentation and doing things that I necessarily wouldn't do normally, but I think it's going to be good. I went through all my books as well, my art books, and everything is up there. My colouring books, I might even get rid of more of these because I don't actually want to do colour books anymore. So these are all colouring books. I might give them away. Sketchbooks and panels to paint on. All these sketchbooks I want to go through and just fill up as much stuff as possible. I am super excited for what's to come in the year. I do want to work on a couple of things in the future, but we're not going to talk about that. Basically, we're just going to try and get through the week. And this week I am going to try and use as much art supplies as possible, experiment as much as possible, but also fill up this sketchbook as much as possible too. Not only because I want the benefit of having a sketchbook tour on my channel, because those videos are really good, but also because if I fill up my sketchbook, it means I am making art, it means I'm using my supplies. So I am gonna do that. Also wanted to go through a little bit of why I went through my pencils and decluttered them. I took all my polychromos pencils out of here and I only have the Caran d'Ache and the Prismacolors left, because I really like the I really like the Prismacolors for their butteriness and the fact that they go over quite a lot of media. And I really like the Caran d'Ache just because they are just premium pencils and the colour choices are amazing. I do like polychromos as well, but they are a little bit too hard for my liking. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use up these pencils, and if I have a colour that's similar to this pencil that I have used up, then from the polychromos section, then I'll put it in the pot and I'll use it, and then I'll go through my pencils like that. But eventually I want to start just building up my Caran d'Ache supply of pencils and actually using them and doing a little bit of mixed media in my sketchbooks. When I'm actually doing artwork, like original artwork on panels, I'm going to be using probably one medium, which would be oil or acrylic or gouache, depending on what I land on. Because I did do an oil painting yesterday, the one that you saw me do in this video, and it's still wet now. And I like the way it's came out. It is a little bit too blurry. I would like some definition, but I can't do what I want to do with the oil, but I can do it in gouache. So I'm like, what's the point in trying to learn a new medium when I like painting in gouache and I can get the results that I need? And it's actually pretty light fast. Like, this painting has been sitting here on my wall for a good year or so now, and it hasn't changed in colour a bit. By the way, this splodge that you can see, that was my fault. I tried to match the colour and it didn't work. It's been sitting there, and this is my front door, and the light shines through there a lot because the sun comes round and it gets a good 2-3 hours of sun on this painting. So that's gouache, and it isn't even sealed or anything like that. So gouache does hold up well on panels. Obviously it's only been a year, it could go bad later on, it might not last 100 years, but really, who wants art to last 100 years? You're not even going to live for 100, I mean you might, but if you're buying art at like 30, 40, 50, you're not going to live for 100 years to see it. God, I feel like I've talked a lot, which I have blabbed on enough, so I'm gonna go and continue working in my sketchbook for a little bit. I'm not recording it. I will show you some bits, but I just want to chill today and just do some art and actually get back into art, because I only started doing art again yesterday from having the biggest break in the world, because every day I was cleaning and tidying my house and decluttering my house, so I didn't have enough time to do any art. But I'm just getting back into art again, and I don't want to film it. I don't want to have the camera there. Like, I want my videos to look good, but if I just put the camera on and leave it there forever, it's not going to look good. So I want to talk more because I have missed you. It feels like I haven't talked to you for a year, but I'm going to go and watch the rest of this mini small video, which is, there's only like 5 minutes left, and have a rare old time. Hello. So I have just finished this little painting. It's a wildflower painting. I don't know, I've never done it before. It was fun, looks a little bit childlike, probably could have a little play with that, but I liked the fact that I built it up from dark green all the way to where it is now. It's just layered. I love layering paintings, and you can't really do that with oil. I mean, you can, but it takes a while. I just thought I would show you some stuff before I actually share this as a sketchbook tour. Because I did this last night where I did a bunch of tests, swatches and things on this sketchbook. I did this as well. This is by somebody. Oh God, I'm going to have to put the name up. I can't remember her name, but she did a painting. I think it was an oil painting like this. Hers is much more vibrant. In fact,
Mine's is much more vibrant than it does look on the camera, but yeah, I just copied that because I was using different materials and I didn't want to come up with something to draw. However, I should have probably done something like this, used a reference picture and did a landscape, because I don't usually do this kind of art, but it was fun to try and I actually really liked it and really enjoyed it. I tried this as well. I wasn't too keen on like buildings like that. I do want to add buildings to my landscapes, but not like this. I don't want that kind of thing going. And I did that a couple of months ago. I used colour pencil, Neocolor water-soluble things and watercolour pencils on this, but then I put my watercolour pencils away because I think that it's just an extra step that you don't need. But this is complete gouache. Like, that's the thing I always say. I don't know why I would do a mixed media piece, because I can get the same result with just gouache and it looks better. Like, this is everything that I have. This is watercolour, gouache, coloured pencils, oil pastels, soft pastels. It's just everything. Pastel pencils. Everything that I own apart from ink is on this. And I sprayed it with fixative and now it's like really shiny. And I could get a result like this, like the texture and just the look of it, without doing that and without having to spray it. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, I just want to fill up this sketchbook. It's going to take me a while though, because that literally took me, I would say, about an hour, and that's like one little square of this whole sketchbook. Like, the sketchbook's massive and I have so many pages left, so I don't know. But it is lunchtime, so I'm gonna go and get my lunch. So these are the two paintings I got done today. I'm really happy with them actually. I don't like the background too much because it's a bit plain and patchy, but there's not much you can do, I guess. A lot of work to be done. I haven't been drawing much, so I'm happy that this is in proportion. The actual coffee art is not good. That's not the same angle as the reference picture. But I'm happy that I managed to draw this freehand and didn't need any guidance. Everything's where it should be. At least that covers one page of my 300 million page sketchbook. And I will fill up this one tonight, hopefully. Hopefully I'll do a few tonight. I might just do bigger paintings just to cover the whole sketchbook. But yeah, I'm really having fun just filling this thing. And we're just going to keep filling it. But it is 2:45, so I need to go and pick up Kaden. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to continue working on this into the night. I've been watching Nikki Durham, who is a very good YouTuber, and really good artist. I don't like her videos too much because there's too much music. I wish she would talk more. If she talked more, it would be perfect, but she doesn't. So hopefully, these are like from 2 years ago, so hopefully the more she vlogs, the more confident she gets. Or that she's already confident since these were 2 years ago. You know what I mean. I just like vlogs I like people talking in the vlogs. Anyway, I'm going to put my shoes on and go because it is really like pushing it. I am going to be late if I do not go right now. Hello! I have actually been glued to this desk. Well, it's not even a desk, it's the dining table. And I've been watching a bunch of art videos on the telly. This is Monkey Mantaka. I am binge watching her videos right now because I want to make sure I catch up with all my favourite creators, and Monkey Mantaka aka April is one of my favourites, so I've been doing that. But yesterday I took a day off of vlogging and art stuff because I decided to declutter my whole kitchen. And I asked you earlier in the vlog if you wanted me to do another video based around that stuff. But I filmed it anyway, so I'll probably edit that and post it to my other channel eventually. So if you want to go and check that out, you can. But yeah, I have been just chilling like a villain. I got new pots for my pencils. And yeah, they're just clear plastic pots, which I like. And I've separated them all into colour families, so I'm happy about that. Gonna do some more art today. Again, I am not filming it, but I'll show you what I did last night so that you can stay caught up with what I'm up to, and then we'll figure out something that I'm gonna do next week, which will be more filmed. I'll film it more. I'll start filming things, but I'll show you this just now. By the way, that colour is not mine. Matt keeps on encroaching onto my space. Like, he put that plate there too, and excuse the mess. I really need to tidy up. Anyway, I did this. It was kind of a little, like, this isn't how I do landscapes. Do I have a landscape to show you? Oh, okay. Right, so this is how I usually do landscapes, like this as well, and this. And I love painting like this, but I just wanted to use more media in my sketchbooks. Oh my god, by the way, this is just embarrassing. Let's turn the page. But I really wanted to just test out to see if I could use different materials and become a little bit more loose and a bit more like Monkey Mantaka, to be honest. So I did this. I hate it. I don't hate it. I don't mind it, but I think it's too childlike for me. Like, I don't want to be a children's book illustrator. That kind of style of painting doesn't really suit me, and I don't care for it too much, to be honest. Now, I've done this, which I really like, and I haven't added any extra things to it apart from here where I actually penciled in the bricks. So I do like using the pencils to add in a little bit of extra, just a little bit of extra. To be honest, I probably just want to be a gouache artist, but I'm not ready to accept that yet, and I still keep buying more art supplies. Like, for instance, when I was going through these, I was like, I'm going to get rid of my polychromos, and then I'm going to replace all my pencils with these Caran d'Ache, and then I'm just going to have Caran d'Ache pencils. Like, why? I don't think that I will ever get through this amount of pencils in my life, and I don't think that I want to either. Like, just too much stuff, and I feel like it's actually making me feel guilty having all of these art supplies that I never use. I think that I just want to be a gouache painter. I've just bought these as well, Caran d'Ache Neo Colours, which I enjoy actually, but there's no place for them. Adding texture, yeah, maybe, but like, there's no place for them. I think if I am going to do mixed media, I think I would probably prefer to do gouache underneath and then soft pastel or oil pastel on top. I don't think coloured pencil is the way that I want to go. However, it was nice to get the texture of these bricks with coloured pencil, but I can get that with paint or something else. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna obviously sit on it for a little bit, but I feel like the best thing for me to do is just to get rid of all my art supplies that aren't gouache and just focus and spend my money and my time and my effort on learning how to do gouache. I have been trying to use up my Himi gouache palette here, which is a mission in itself because there's so much paint in here. Like, look at this. But you can see that I actually do use every single colour in here. I mix them together. I don't really use this one. This, what is it, red? But I use the rest of them. I don't know, it's going to take me forever to use all this gouache paint. And this is for just sketchbooks, obviously. And then when I do actual paintings, I would want to use my Holbein. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I still don't know what I want to do with my career. I really enjoyed doing that pet portrait for Jennifer. I still need to send that to her. I keep having long breaks and then coming back and feeling like, oh, I want to do this and this. And then I realise that that's not actually what I want to do. So I just need to figure out what that is. Even the amount of pencils that I have in here is far too much. Like, these are just the Prismacolors and the Caran d'Ache that I have. And all of my Polychromos pencils are in a box now. So this feels too much to me. Can you imagine what all of the other ones would feel like? I don't know. I think I need to just have like a few rather than the amount I have. And a lot of them are quite similar. So I think that today, even though I would rather be actual making art, I think I'm going to go through all of these and see which ones I actually want to keep in my collection for a little bit and put the rest away and see how often I use them and see if I use them more because I've got less, because less is always more. So that's the plan. Not really exciting, to be honest, but I think it needs to be done because I just feel so overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I have, and I think paring down is more important than having a lot of stuff. So it's 12 o'clock and I have covered this page in swatches. I started doing it like this but I thought that's boring and it's taken far too long to write all the colours, and it doesn't actually matter what the colours are, it just matters what they look like. So these are the ones that I've decided to take out of the collection for now, and these are the ones that I'm keeping so far. So there's a significant amount less, but I still think that this is too much. I need to decide what ones I would use, what ones I actually want to keep. So I'm going to go through them all again, which means I need to really sort them out between colours. So that's what I'm going to do. It's probably going to take another little while to do that. Hello, again, same angle. I pared more of them down. I keep saying pared, like I don't know why, but more of them are gone. So I've only got like this amount. I don't even like them in this tub anymore because there's that many of them gone. And then I separated the Prismacolor Overflow into here and the Caran d'Ache Luminance and Pablo into here. I don't even like the Pablos in there because they don't look good, so I'm going to take them out. I actually don't like the Pablos at all, but I do have 1 or 2 Pablos in my set. Yeah, I've got the 2 greys just because the grey colours are good. I tried to pick the ones that had the smallest. Like if there was one of these that was quite similar, I would pick this one because it's smaller so that I can obviously use it up and not be wasteful. So once this runs out, I will obviously replace it with something similar. I think this one, yeah, this one's more similar to the one that I have in my hand. So yeah, I will eventually replace them if I use them up, that is. Yeah, so there's the swatches. As you can see, I still have too many. These 2 colours at the end here are quite similar. One's warmer. Yeah, you've got the brown ochre and the burnt ochre, so they're very similar. And then the light peach and the peach are very, very similar. I think I could choose between the light ultramarine and the grey blue. I think I might actually take this grey blue out right now and just use light ultramarine first. They're too similar, I don't want. And I might actually take the light peach out too. I'll take the peach out and use light peach because that's smaller. Light machete green and cobalt green are very similar. They're just slightly darker. So I think I'm going to take the light machete out just now as well. I can imagine me doing a lot more darker work with the pencils. See how we go with them. We might not go very far, but we might. I wish I got a white though. That would have been good. I might make an order on Jackson's because I do want to get... What did I want to get from Jackson's? There was something I wanted to get, but I said I'll wait because I don't want to place an order on Jackson's just for that. I can't remember what it was, but I'll figure out what it was, and then once I do, I will order it and I'll stick a couple of Neo colours in there as well while I do that. But I'm going to swatch these out and pair them up with the pencils as well. Getting up now, stretching the old legs. Yeah, but I want to do a little painting now, although it's 1:27. I have about an hour and 15 minutes before I have to go and pick up my son. So I'm gonna have a little play and do a little painting, but I do need to tidy up the house first, which I'm gonna do first. And it's really weird to be talking to you in here a lot, especially since I have reorganized my whole bedroom, so my art space and my computer space is much chiller now, much more chill. But I've been painting in here just because I like to watch YouTube while I'm doing it and I don't want to have my computer on all the time, so I've been having my TV on instead. So yeah, I only want to be at my computer when I am editing or doing CC or working or something like that. So I don't want to be on it when I'm not, which is why I'm in the living room all the time now. Okay, so I'm gonna go and, like I said, tidy up a bit and do a little bit of painting. I'll show you what I come up with afterwards. We're getting through this sketchbook. Hopefully I can finish it by maybe the end of next week. I don't know. Probably not be in this video though because I need to post this video at some point, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just excited to be back and to be doing some art stuff. So anyway, yeah, gonna do what I said I was gonna do before I start blabbering on about other stuff, and I'll talk to you in a bit. So it's 2:30 now and I have finished my drawing. It takes me about an hour to do these things. And I used gouache, coloured pencil and a little touch of Neo colour. The only coloured pencil that I used was dark brown though. I think I'm going to go through all the dark browns really fast if I do it this way. But I'll turn it around and show you what I have done throughout this whole video. Since I started this video at the start of the week, it's now Thursday, but I only started on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, because Monday Caden was off and I was painting in oil. Tuesday or Wednesday I started. Anyway, I'm going to show you. Sorry, I keep looking over there because my neighbours are walking into their garden and I'm like, ooh. Alright, so I started on this page. I actually did this at the weekend and then I did this on Tuesday or Wednesday. This page. A lot of swatching. Like my sketchbooks don't usually have these like swatches like this at all. Usually they look very clean like this or like this. They don't have swatches in between. Like I hate that. Also, this has actual sand on it. Like I hate that, but I painted it at the beach. Yeah, and then I did the swatches and then I did these 4 paint-ins, which I really like this one. Even though it didn't turn out exactly like I wanted. I don't think you can tell that this is inside a sink. Like, I don't know, the values were off, but it's really hard because I do paint these paintings in the dark. Like, I literally only have that tiny little lamp on and that's it. So it's hard to see the colours because when I come back in the morning, I'm like, oh yeah, that's not what I thought it was. Did that last night. I think that's one of my favourites. I didn't use any coloured pencil. Like I could have with this, but I got the same effect with the paint. So I did use the coloured pencil on the bricks though, so that's something. And then I started swatching to see what the colours would be, and then I started this. And then this is what we ended up, this is the colour palette that we ended up with, bar a few actually, because I took the light peach or the peach away and I took the cobalt green away, I think. No, the light machete. I took the grey blue away. I took some away. These are the Neo colour swatches without water. And then this is the painting that I just did today. Most of it again is, oh yeah, this is coloured pencil as well. This here is a coloured pencil. It's just a dark grey and a light grey over it. But yeah, and then I've put burnt sienna in between the trees for pencil. And then the trees were the dark brown. And then I used the yellow Neo colour and the blue Neo colour. And that's the only Neo colours I used. And I'm not sure if I like it or not yet. I'm going to keep trying it. I think it's a quick way to just get detail down. Because I can scribble. Like I don't have to worry about where the brush is going. So it is quicker. Because I probably would still be working on this if I did it the normal way. But yeah, still got a bunch to go. So this will be the pages that I'll work on tonight. Anyway, it is Thursday and I think I'm going to spend all day editing tomorrow, so I am going to end this video. I hope that you enjoyed my first video back. It was a bit of a mishmash. We were doing lots of art though, even though you didn't see any of it. I mean, maybe at the start you did, but yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you would like. Anyway, thank you and I'll talk to you later. Bye.